Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the LA Sevens. This one, a semi-final playing off for 9th place. Now, both of these sides have more than the capabilities of making it further in these competitions, but unfortunately, the way that the groups worked, neither side making their way to the quarters. But in the starting lineup for, first of all, South Africa, they are going to be as follows: Darren Adonis, Selvin Davids, David Brits, Zane Davids, a lot of Davids involved in this one, Roscoe Spickman, Impi Fisa, and also Justin Goodrold, the last man in the South African lineup. Then for Samoa, it is Niueli Letufia, Fa'afoi Falaniko, Motu Opitai, Tom Maeva, BJ Lima, Eliza Pita Alafipo, Anton Nu'u Naulivai. Now, whoever wins this game will take on the winner of the match between New Zealand and Canada, which is not too far away from taking place. Actually going to be 2 matches time that we do get to see that one in action. But currently there is a last minute thriller going on between Canada and the USA. It seems like every time the US are pushing away, the Canadians manage to fire back. I've got it now within the sevens. But straight after that match, we are straight into this one, of course, between these two sides. And then after that, we are going straight into Super Rugby Pacific with the match between the Brumbies and the Chiefs. Still, I hope that is the end of that game between those two sides. Canada 19-22 for the USA. So I think the men's and the women's USA sides are doing extremely well at the moment. Of course, USA going to be taking on France in the men's quarterfinal, and all throughout that Super Rugby Pacific live stream, we will keep you updated in terms of who is doing what. But do let me know your score predictions for this game. Originally, my prediction was 24 points to 12 in favour of the South Africans. I feel like their last game up against Spain, they put in a better performance. Samoa, second half up against Australia, they almost managed to pull it back. I, Alan Hamish, says Robert, and I, Hamish Bro, says Vishal there as well. Yeah, this could be a pretty close one between these two sides. And I, Hamish Bro, says Vishal. The 4 quarterfinals of the men's side of the draw: USA versus France, Argentina versus Ireland, Fiji versus Spain, Australia versus Great Britain. Now we have got this playoff game going to be taking place in a matter of moments. In fact, it was supposed to kick off about 3 minutes ago, but we are right on the verge of that match taking place, then jumping straight into Super Rugby Pacific. But the South Africans, they are ranked 6th at the moment on the overall circuit. They've had a few disappointing weeks in a row, and the fact that Samoa, South Africa and New Zealand are all in the 9th place playoff games, it just tells you that either they're having an off day, of course, or the other teams in the competition, they are slowly just building time and time again. Samoa always in the tough ball, says Tautala, and unfortunately for Samoa, they always mess up at least one game, and it's been hurting them big time. Like, sometimes they get through on the technicality, like last week in Vancouver, we saw them come through as the 3rd place ranked side, but this week losing 3 games from 3. I'll be honest, I feel like the game up against the USA, they really needed to redeem themselves. Australia, they needed to play like they did last week. And then up against New Zealand, of course, it's always going to be close when those two sides do go head-to-head. Are you covering quarterfinal a bit later, says Brandon? So we are actually going to be doing the Super Rugby Pacific live stream and then having a few updates on the live stream as well while we are commentating the rugby. We have got, yo, what up, everyone, says Bads Ablaze. Welcome in, mate. Short day at the office for the old Black Caps, unfortunately. I believe day 4 is when this one has come to an end, isn't it? Hopefully not the case for the Hagley Oval Test match. We are going to day 2 and 3. Hopefully it's still going by that point. It will be Roscoe Spickman to kick this one off for South Africa. Positioned on the halfway line, ready to chase. Yeah, they tried though. Yeah, there were a couple decent efforts there from some of the Black Caps. Little chip in behind. Selvin Davids, in fact, as Roscoe Spickman has grabbed that one in behind, and he scored the try. That is probably the quickest sevens try. We haven't even got a scoreboard at this point on the screen, but Roscoe Spickman, it is kicked in behind, and the try is scored. It's up to 15 seconds, and that's about maybe 5 seconds. 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, Mississippi 6, Mississippi 7 seconds is all it took for Roscoe Spickman to score that try. Yeah, Mr. Lion bowled him. They're better in the second half. Says Bad's ablaze, but Roscoe Speckman to be able to score that try that quickly is exactly the start that South Africa were after. The kick is away to the left-hand side. Once again, Samoa going to be playing catch-up. And come on, Samoa. Says Naz Williams. Not really the start that they would have been after. I don't think many sides have conceded a try within 10 seconds throughout the LA Sevens at this point. And also, we're getting how much sleep to get. I got 5 hours. I probably got around that as well. Unfortunately, it was about 5 hours more than I wanted to get with the alarm not going off. Now going back across to the right-hand side. Nice inside ball from Tom Maeva. Looks like he slotted into the side pretty well so far. Now going short side for Maeva. Inside ball. A little bit isolated there was Motu Opitai, but he gets back to his feet. He must release the ball. Why New Zealand batters don't even put up a fight and lose so badly. Says Coding. Unfortunately, just picking the wrong time to go after the ball. And also, I mean, Nathan Lyon, he bowled extremely well also. But unfortunately as well for New Zealand, I mean, we talked about it during the live stream for the cricket. With the fact that New Zealand aren't willing to really attack, and they try and score so slowly, it means that if you lose your wickets, similar to Usman Khawaja, you can lose your wicket and not really progress the test match. Marnus Labuschagne in that first innings, 1 off 26. Like, those type of innings don't actually help your side. They just, I guess, delay the inevitable. Quick tap taken by Selvin Davids. Now going back across to the right-hand side. Ooh, put it in behind, a little bit loose from the Blitzboks. Roscoe Speckman has to clean it up inside of his own half. Good pressure on the breakdown from Taununa Olivia. Counter ruck is good from the Samoans. And they managed to get that ball back. Across to the right-hand side. For Samoa, more Tuopitai. Sees a bit of a gap that he thought was a bit bigger than it was. Now wide cut-out pass. Drop ball out wide though. Now why did someone call Hamish on Discord? Tell him it's stream time at I Will Did. Come on, Samoa, get your act together, please, says Sigalau. And also we have got the New Zealand putting up a fight. It's just Lyon was just far too good today, says Bears Blaze. And with a player like Nathan Lyon, once he learns where the length is to bowl, he will hit it 9 times out of 10. Similar to Josh Hazlewood, when he finds his length, he's always going to persist with that area that's danger. 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Selvin Davids in possession of the ball, just about to put it into the scrum for the Blitzboks. Well, now is fed in. Big push from the Samoans, but front row of South Africa does manage to hold out. Nice flat pass that looked forward. Yes, it was. Was actually the knock on, apart from Ravindra. All batters were too defensive. Says Coding. I mean, look how being aggressive for Ravindra worked in the first innings, though. Got himself out for about a second or third ball duck, didn't he? He got 4 wickets today. It's that bounce he can get. There's Pads ablaze. 3.5 minutes gone in this first half. Already some relatively deep breaths being taken by these two sides. We know it's going to be a physical outing when they go head-to-head, and it's actually a rare occurrence. We don't often get to see these two sides facing off on the Sevens circuit. Back across to the left-hand side now. Tom Maeva, beautiful flat ball to Fa'afoi Falaneko. Now BJ Lima going across to Letufe. Another drop ball, this time by Alofipo. Now South Africa wrestled into touch. Just little mistakes though here from these Samoans that they can't afford, mainly when it comes to the handling department. So they are going to now go for the line out. Scott was aggressive. I mean, he was 26 off 28. And I mean, Matt Henry in that first innings showed that if you actually go after the ball, you can score runs. You've just got to be smart about it. And unfortunately, there were multiple times that the Black Caps were not smart about it. Is this your first stream of the day? It is not. It is about the 5th of the day, I believe, somewhere around there. Now back across to the right-hand side. Letufia almost able to bust his way through. Alofipo to the left-hand side. Falaneko. Well defended so far by the Blitzboks. Samoa not able to get through. Create that line break. Every time that they've tried to burst towards the line, someone is right there ready to tackle them. Alofipo tackled well by David Benjamin Brits. And he gets the turnover for his side. In fact, that time it was Impivisa Who managed it? Now Selvin Davids goes off to the left-hand side. Gerald with the pass out wide to his forward to Benjamin Brits. And we need to be defensive though. We had 2 days and plenty of time, but trying to go aggressive too much loses wickets, then it's harder to get off or out of. True, but then at the same time, I think that a side that you can't afford to go too defensive with is Australia, because they will consistently keep on hitting that line. And like if they do, oh, that looks like a bad injury here, unfortunately for Samoa. But yeah, unfortunately with Australia, they will bowl you consistently that same ball over and over and eventually find your outside edge. Forward was indeed. Looks like Taunu Naulevaya will be the man taken off the field for Samoa due to an injury, which is definitely the last thing that they want to have here. They've got a little while to the next leg of the Sevens. Still, you don't want to see your players coming off at this stage of the competition. Just 100 seconds remaining. Samoa 5 metres from their try line. It's been a majority of this half, and that's called playing smart. Says Peds Ablaze. Now going off to the left-hand side. Nice ball. Of course, we're not saying go after every single delivery, but if the bad ball's there to be hit, you got to hit it, or else you just lose any opportunity of scoring runs. Similar to Kawaja in the first innings. I know that he got to his 30 or so, but he could have been on a lot more if he was willing to take just that little bit more of a risk, and he was seeing it well enough that he could have. A quick tap taken. Alofipo now goes across to the right-hand side. Now, as hard as it's been for Samoa throughout this first half, they are still only 5-0 down. Motu Opitai gets the offload away to Falaniko. The ball is still there. And stop making mistakes, boys. Keep the ball in hand and use common sense, says Singalu, I should say. That's the thing. Oh, they've knocked it on again. I was about to say, that's the thing. If they can put together some phases, they could be in a very good position. Oh, just stays in the field of play there, Adonis. They want to check it just to make sure, but I believe this will be another try here for South Africa to end out the first half with a bit of a bang. Although they've still got another 28 seconds. So maybe able to have time to get either one more or Samoa to answer back. I think he's going to be all right there, Adonis. He's done brilliantly. Score the try right in the corner. That is his first of 2024, his 12th of his career. Yeah, just stolen in the breakdown. Samoa a little bit too sloppy with the way that they were hanging on to the ball. Dollars, he's allowed one movement, which is exactly what he had there, but 10-0 now. Striking this one, Selvin Davids. It's coming back. Just didn't quite have the distance. Of course, it was a massive boot. Would have been about 35 to 40 out. And it's now going to be halftime in this contest, is it? Or we got one more play? We have got one more left for the South Africans. Selvin Davids ready to go. Does kick it off high rather than going long here. They want to contest. Adonis has a swat at it, but isn't able to make connection. Left-hand side. It's open enough for the Samoans if they can shift this ball quickly. Letufair runs at the line. Fafoi Falaniko drops Gerald. Low tackle made by Adonis. South Africa very compact in their defence, and that is going to be another penalty one by the Blitzboks. Wanted to go quickly, but they weren't able to. Good morning from South Africa, says Rudy. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing extremely well. 2 games of Super Rugby just around the corner are about to take place. We'll go like this. Currently, South Africa heavy favourites. You can understand why there's a double blow of the whistle here. And unfortunately, that means that Samoa now will be playing with 6 men on the field. So many games so far throughout the last couple of leagues, they have been playing with a man disadvantage. It's a shot on Roscoe Speckman. It's not for that, is it? He's slung him to the ground. The comment from Carl Tanana is far out. in the commentary box. That's, yeah, not the best decision that we've seen. David Benjamin Blitzbok, great run down the wing. Gets back to his feet. He is going to be tackled twice. Now good hold. Finds the offload to Zane Davids. He's going to be held up here by the Samoans. Oh, they're going to have a look at it now. Discipline once again. So here's Naz Williams. He's close to getting it down. It's up for now. It is still up. Still up. Still up. Yeah, that's gotta be held up. I don't know how long Zane Davids has to try and put that one down. It was a brilliant initial burst from him to try and get over the try line, but 10 points on the board will remain for the South Africans at halftime compared to the nil of Samoa. Now in this contest, at the moment in terms of the betting odds, Samoa, you cannot put money on them. That's how much of an underdog they are considered in this match. Canada coming in at $11 underdogs for their game up against New Zealand. Of course, the quarterfinals that are just around the corner, ladies and gents. Some pretty one-sided looking affairs, including Ireland in their contest. Yeah, very interesting. See how it does end up shaping up. Also, I should mention, we got Super Rugby just around the corner. That is going to be taking place in about 8 minutes' time. So perfectly when this live stream ends, we're going to be jumping straight on to Super Rugby for our next stream. That is the match between the Chiefs and the Brumbies. And it should be a very entertaining one as well. One moment, we will go like this. And like that. And there we go. Perfect. Discipline once again. So here's Naz Williams. It's a thing. Samoa have just given away far too many penalties throughout their games, and it's slowly costing them more and more because they keep getting the yellow cards. They keep playing with a man disadvantage, and if they win their games when they're at a disadvantage, of course, that is a massive achievement, but it would be a lot more effective if they were playing with 7 throughout the whole match. Now, that's not to say that that yellow card was not a bad call, because it was. I don't think in any shape or form that should have been a yellow, but you can't afford to give the referee an opportunity to give one. And I'm not sleeping. So here's Robert there. Samoa look like they've still got quite a lot of support and attendance for this game. They want to see them finish on a high, and of course, if they win this game, they will go head-to-head with the winner of New Zealand versus Canada, which is just around the corner. Going to be put high now by Alofipo. Trying to slap that one back was the Samoans, and it's worked out effectively. Zane Davids pushing in the breakdown, doesn't get the turnover he was after. Now Niueli Letufia goes to Valvasa Afasua. Tom Maeva doing well there. Valvasa Afasua back across to the right-hand side. Now through the gap, Alofipo manages to bust through one. Big fend to the face of Selvin Davids. Impi Visa, he tried to tackle him too high. Davids had him handled, but Visa, because he went round here, it meant that he was able to slip underneath the challenge, and Alofipo scores the try for the Samoans to get them back into the contest right at the start of the second half. Like we see there, the fend on Selvin Davids. Then Impi Visa went round the neck. Now, I'm sorry if Fa'afoi Falanekos is a yellow card for going high. That should have also been a yellow card if they're consistent across the board. The kick has missed from Samoa, going away to the side. Now, I should mention South Africa into this contest. We're coming in as the slight favourite, but only narrowly. Samoa back now to 7 men on the field. Some deep breaths still being taken by these two sides. It is going to be a hard-hitting affair as the match progresses. Like I've said, Samoa now within a chance of getting back into this contest if they can score again. Just kicked off high by Alofipo, nicely taken by Roscoe Speckman. South Africa with Impi Visa playing half, goes across to Tristan Lades. Davids with the bounce pass to Selvin. That was a poor pass there. He'll be frustrated with it. Still gets the high five from his teammate, but now Samoa are right on the verge of the 5-metre line of South Africa. How's it going, says Zion? Close game so far, of course. Super Rugby just around the corner as well, getting underway. We are covering the Chiefs versus Brumbies on the channel. Four minutes 50 remaining here in the half. Looks like David Benjamin Brits has actually made his way from the field too. Samoa, their closest game that they've had throughout the Sevens competition so far was up against New Zealand. Can they take it into deep water here? Up against South Africa. Big shot. Zane Davids looking for the turnover. Couldn't get his hands on the ball. We saw more handling errors from Samoa than South Africa in the first half. Been completely reversed for the second half at the start. Nice inside ball. Tom Maeva scores it between the sticks. And can't believe South Africa has been playing so badly this season, says Rudy. But Tom Maeva, that is his third try in the LA Sevens. They will take the lead now, ladies and gentlemen. The Samoans strike back. Just beautiful ball on the inside. And just juggling it. Gets it down by Maeva. And I'm a Highlanders fan, but I'm for New Zealand. Go the Chiefs, says Zion. The kick has gone over now. 12 points to 10. South Africa are not out of this game. I think certainly something to watch out for here. 2 points in favour of the Samoans in this contest. It's kicked off high. Knock on from Samoa. So it's taken back by Letebele. Great bit of counter-rucking from Samoa, and they'll win the penalty as well. Playing it on the ground. Letebele penalised. Go Samoa, says Sekola. And Australian defence is significantly better than South Africa's, says Gus. But we're seeing 3 penalties against Samoa, 2 against South Africa, which I believe have both come in this second half. Yeah, playing the ball on the ground, they said. Yeah, to be fair, he just pushed it out the back door for Letebele right at the end of the half. 3 minutes still remaining. Like I said, the next live stream is just around the corner. We are going to be going live for the Brumbies versus Chiefs contest in Super Rugby Pacific. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, all throughout that game, we are going to keep you updated on the Sevens quarterfinals that are taking place. The first of which being USA versus France, followed then by Argentina taking on the Irish. Come on, Usos. Pound these South Africans, says John. And keep up, Samoa. You can do it. Thanks, says Singaloo. Yeah, Samoa can score now. They would almost be far enough ahead to be able to start thinking about winning this contest. But until then, they have to make sure that they are on their A game. Big shot on Tom Maeva there by James Murphy. Going off to this left hand side. Unacioni driven backwards by Roscoe Speckman. Now Tom Maeva. He has been a handful. And he's going to be one once more. Zane Davids stops him 5 metres from the line. James Murphy steals it there for the Blitzboks. But on the ground, another penalty one by the Samoans. Unacioni takes the quick tap, goes off to the right-hand side. Big shot, miss, 2 tackles. And I think, was it knocked on by Samoa? I don't think it was. And, what do we got now? We've got a yellow card. Deliberate knock-on from Roscoe Speckman, which means now it's round the other way. Samoa are going to be hanging on to this ball, and they have got the man advantage. I want the Pacific Brothers in the cup. I love your watch along. I'm watching, although I have no idea what rugby is, says Rahul. It is greatly appreciated you being here, mate. I should mention we are going to have more of the cricket just around the corner. It will be between Australia and New Zealand in that test series. Look at you, Hamish. Keeping it cuz up. Crip, says John. And yowza, Hamish, says John there as well. Samoa will win, says Sekola. They've currently got a 2-point lead. And if they can score now and convert, I don't think there'll be enough time for South Africa to be able to catch them. But, and there's a big but involved, if South Africa can stop Samoa scoring now, and they make their way to the try line, different story. Do you have a specific favourite team in Super Rugby? I am pretty impartial across the whole board for the Super Rugby side of things. 5 metres out for the line. There will be a chance for Manu Samoa. Steps down and he gets the try now for Samoa. Right, crucial kick, because if they get this over, they lead by 9. Can they do it? Manu Samoa, though, come back to the Sevens circuit recently. Has had a real impact since doing so. Just stretching out to try and score it. And just got it down in time. I'll be coming to New Zealand, says Dio Dutt. It just manages to get that one down. The kick is good. So now the lead after the first 13 minutes of this contest is 19 points to 10. For South Africa to be able to win, they do need to score right now. 2-score lead though for the Samoans. They have put in a shift and a half here, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever wins this game will go head-to-head with the winner of New Zealand versus Canada. We could see a rematch from the group stage between New Zealand and the Samoans, but taking every possible second to kick this one off. We saw South Africa score within the first 8 seconds of this contest. They needed a try within 8 seconds here to be able to walk away with the victory, and they've gone flat with the pass. Only 5 seconds remaining on the clock. That now means, ladies and gentlemen, South Africa cannot win this game, and the Samoans have been impressive. Let their belly. Now set it up. They will not put this ball into touch, of course. South Africa will still try for that one more pass. James Murphy. It's going to be an offside penalty. Of course, the next live stream that we are doing, ladies and gentlemen, is just around the corner. That is going to be the contest between the Chiefs and the Brumbies. So if you are new to the channel, of course, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Quick tap taken by South Africa. Now going off to the left-hand side. Now shifting it back right. Going for the grubber in behind if they don't win the foot race here, which they have not. It's going to be knocked on, and Samoa try and pick this ball up. It is the end of the contest, and Samoa advance to the 9th place semi-final. But now we will go on to our next live stream, ladies and gentlemen. It is greatly appreciated you all being here for this stream. I will see you all for the